Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cooper Hernick Podcast. Today we have a very fun show. Today we are doing an NBA show, which we normally don't do, but I have a guest host with me, Kaylum Carmali. So Kaylum, how do you say hi to the fans?
Good.
So Kaylum is also in sports management here at Brock University with me. I'm pretty sure he is mainly a basketball fan.
Basketball, football.
Yeah, so I love basketball, I love football. I'm not the biggest soccer fan, but today we're going to talk about basketball. That's one of our common things we have in common. And I'm pretty sure you're also a Raptor fan. And we will be talking about the Raptors. We have a couple of questions on here. So we're going to start off with some hot takes. So I am going to ask you the question that you wanted me to ask you. It is about Giannis being overrated.
I think he's one of the most overrated players in the league. I mean, he did, win Finals MVP last year, but it took him, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, took that type of supporting cast. But you see, he can't shoot at all. One of the worst shooters. He can't shoot at all. But I don't know. I've always been a Giannis hater, so that's probably it. But
yeah,
I don't know. What's your take on this?
I think Giannis is a great player in the league. I don't want to hate on him exactly because I know he is definitely he definitely has a lot of talent.
I think he shot 11% from three last year. And that's horrible. So. I just don't.
Yeah, he's not a very good shooter, but rebounding, scoring at the basket. Look at his Euro step and stuff. Look at how he attacks the basket.
I mean, if you're 7 foot, 260 pound, and you're not able to attack the rim like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Giannis is overrated.
I think he is overrated, but not to the extent that you're talking about. Because he is an NBA champion now.
He is, and a Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, two-time MVP, one-time Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He is top 10 player, but I just don't think I think people are just overrating him now that he has that he won a championship.
I think now that you explain it, I think I do agree with you.
People saying he's the best player in the league. I don't think so. The best player in the league is someone who could, all type on Kawhi. For a second, that healthy Kawhi could be the best player in the league. He's good on all sides of the ball.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I assume by that you mean that you don't think Giannis is that good on defense?
No, I don't think he's that good on the shooting side of the ball.
Yeah.
Whereas Kawhi can do a little bit of everything. That's why he's a two-way scorer.
Yeah, so you're also a huge Kawhi fan. And if you look behind you, there's actually a Kawhi jersey. I actually bought that jersey before the Raptor season even started back in the Kawhi era. Back before he even played a game. Because I knew that Kawhi would be the piece that led us to champion.
I do also have my own thoughts on Kawhi and how people say that he's better than DeMar DeRozan, a better Raptor than DeMar DeRozan. I don't believe that. I do understand he led us to a championship, but I mean, without the supporting cast of Pascal, Lowry, Van Vliet, that championship would never happen. I do think DeRozan is the better Raptor, though.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with you. DeRozan was a great player, but Kawhi led us to a championship. Kawhi, he just had that superstar vibe to him.
He is definitely a superstar.
Yeah, and I can't quantify how what it really means to have a superstar vibe, but it's just the aura he gave off. But should we go over another hot take just so we don't run out of time?
Yeah, for sure.
So John Morant is better than Zion Williamson, the 250-pound jumping star.
Again, like I said, Zion cannot shoot. I mean, John Morant's a little bit of everything. He's not the greatest shooter, but better than Zion for sure. He can attack the rim. He's basically a mini Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And we've seen what Russell Westbrook did in his career. MVP, right? We've seen what he's done in his career, and all John needs to do is just up his offensive game a little bit.
I think he also needs to put on a little bit of muscle, because I know that Russell Westbrook is very muscular, and I know that John Morant, he looks very slender.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs to bulk up a bit.
I think
help him with his durability.
I think John Morant just needs to be a little better defender as well, a little better perimeter defender. But other than that, I think he's definitely top.
Yeah, he definitely is a great player. I don't know which one's better. I'm kind of in between the two. I think they're both going to be great players.
I think Zion's going to be out of the league in 5 years just due to injuries.
Yeah, due to knee injuries.
Due to knee injuries, he won't be able to. He will regress really fast.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Zion definitely worries me. Whenever I see him jump, I basically get a panic attack just watching him, because Zion is a scary, scary player when it comes to him jumping. Yeah. So I see where you're coming from. Let's switch over to your next question. You want to read it off?
Yeah. Anthony Edwards should have won Rookie of the Year. LaMelo Ball won it, but I believe Anthony Edwards is the best player in the last 5 drafts. So better than Luka, better than Trey, better than Tatum, Mitchell, Bam, all those Simmons. I think Anthony Edwards is the best player out of those 5 drafts.
Yeah, I definitely see you're coming from. Played pretty well. It was definitely close with LaMelo because LaMelo was definitely a great player too.
LaMelo was injured for most of the season.
Yeah, he was injured for most of the season, but
And we saw that with the whole Zion Ja last year, and Zion was injured for most of the season and gave Ja that chance to win Rookie of the Year, and they should have done that again with Anthony Edwards. But I do believe Anthony Edwards came out of this draft a better player than Luka Doncic or Trae Young.
So I think that the Rookie of the Year for him, it may have been because LaMelo's more of like an international like sensation. Yeah. He played everywhere, gets the NBA more money. Made him like a money thing.
I also think this whole LaMelo Ball thing, there is some bias in there. You know, his brother's in the league. His brother, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated players of in the league right now. And
Do you think Lonzo's underrated?
I think Lonzo's hella underrated.
Yeah, I see it from you know, I used to watch the whole Ball in the Family show.
Yeah, everyone used to watch that show.
Yeah, but then when I learned what happened to Mr. Foster, I stopped like hyping up that family because I think that they're probably a bunch of crooks.
Next one, Simmons is not a top 3 D-boy candidate. I don't even think Simmons is a top 5 D-boy candidate. Maybe like. He's just horrible in general. Just a horrible player. Shouldn't be in the league. If he's in the league, I'm in the league.
Yeah.
If he's in the league, I'm in the league. I'm a way better offensive player than Simmons. At least I'll score the ball.
No, but you said defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but
based on defense.
He's not even good at defense. Look at him in the past in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he deserves the Tall Man Point Guard award. If there's like a Magic Johnson and Tall Man. Yeah. Point guard award, that would be the award he gets.
Again, if Simmons is in the league, I'm in the league.
Yeah, I see you're coming from. I've never really been a big fan of Ben Simmons, so I assume that you don't really think that you don't really like those Ben Simmons the Raptor rumors.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Ben Simmons shouldn't even be on it. He shouldn't even be in the NBA. Not even in the G League.
Yeah, because he can't shoot.
Oh, he can't do anything.
And do you think that he's shooting with the right hand?
Oh, I think he I think he needs to change his whole shooting form. Shoot with the left hand.
Yeah, just like I did.
That's what I'm saying, Cooper.
Yeah.
You're a bucket, Cooper.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Jokic should not have won MVP. Should have been Curry. In my opinion, Jokic is not even top 5 center. He goes Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Vucevic. That's my top 5. Jokic is so unathletic. All he can do is pass the ball. I can pass the ball.
I kind of think that Jokic is a pretty good player. I like his style. I like how he can shoot. He's a shooting center. You don't see a lot of shooting centers anymore.
Nowadays we are seeing shooting centers though. We have those Miles Turners, Karl Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis. Jokic, all in all, is just not athletic. The reason he's in the NBA is because he's tall and can pass.
Yeah.
And if you're tall, you're going to be able to rebound the ball. So that's my opinion on Jokic.
Yeah, but the positive about him is that he's tall, but he can shoot, and he can shoot over people. That's the point about having Jokic.
And it should have been Curry because he got 62 points this year, his career high in points. So that's a big milestone for him. So he should have won MVP just off of that one game. Yeah, doesn't get talked enough. All right, you want to read the next one?
I definitely do think that Stephen Curry is a great player. Probably gonna end up being the best point guard of all time by the end of his career.
Magic Johnson.
I have a friend. Shout out to Timothy Ballas back in Toronto. He is basically Stephen Curry 2.0. I just want to give him a shout out because he's always told me that he thinks Steph Curry is the best player of all time, basically. And I think he's probably going to end up being one of the best point guards of all time. I know that Magic is a great player, but Steph is also a great player. But let's go on to Joel Embiid needs to be traded, not Ben Simmons.
Yes.
So first, let's start off with what team?
First of all, I think Embiid would be, imagine him and Damian Lillard on the same team.
Embiid and Lillard on the same team.
Those pick and rolls, lobs to Embiid. Damian Lillard is a scorer, but he is a great playmaker as well. I don't think Ben Simmons should be traded, only for the fact that I think Ben Simmons should be cut. Just cut Ben Simmons, or come to some sort of agreement where Simmons is your head of PR or something like that. But he should be.
Or you're the NBA's shooting coach.
The NBA shooting, exactly. That's what you need, Ben Simmons. But I mean, like, if you have last year they called him an overpaid Tobias Harris, and he's doing way better than Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons is making this max money. I don't think Ben Simmons should even be in the league. Ben Simmons should be making no more than $600K a year.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
If the 76ers went further in the playoffs, I would put more respect on Ben Simmons. Kind of like how there was the whole Dennis Rodman thing. He was a horrible offensive player, but without Dennis Rodman, they wouldn't have won those 5 championships. Yeah. Right. Simmons can't even get out of the second round.
Yeah, but look at all the triple doubles.
I mean,
he's a triple-double machine. He's not like Westbrook.
He's not a triple. I wouldn't say he's a triple-double machine, but like.
But he can do almost everything on the court except for shooting. and not really that good on defense, as we said.
Yeah. Anyways, I think Embiid and Embiid and Dame will be an amazing duo.
Yeah, but do you think that will take away a lot of shots from CJ McCollum? Because I'm a big CJ McCollum fan, I have to say.
I am a big CJ McCollum fan, but in order to get Embiid, I think you do need to trade CJ. I think you do need to trade. In order to get Embiid, you need to trade CJ.
Fair point.
I don't know who else. It has to be CJ and Norman Powell has to be included in that trade to get Embiid.
Yeah, because if you look at 76ers roster, they've always needed a shooter, and they've never had shooters really.
They had Seth Curry, who was decent for them last year, but
CJ he's definitely up there as one of the best shooters in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
People always talk about him being just a 3-and-D player. I see him being more than just that.
Who?
CJ McCollum. I've always liked CJ McCollum.
I don't think CJ McCollum's that defensive player that you think he is.
Yeah, I feel like that he can do more than just being a 3-and-D guy. Because people sleep on all of the other attributes to him.
Well, that leads to our next hot take.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum is not the problem in Portland.
Yeah. So what is the problem?
Everyone else on the team, their supporting cast. I mean, they had Enes Kanter, Yusuf Nurkic, probably two of the worst centers in the league. I am a Yusuf Nurkic fan, but he was horrible last year.
Yeah, same.
And same with Enes Kanter. He was horrible last year.
Yeah.
He was good in the start of the season.
I would say maybe give him another chance.
Yusuf Nurkic?
Yeah.
Well, he is their starting center now, but...
Yeah, and didn't he come back halfway through the season last year with leg injury?
with an injury, yeah. And
I'd give him another chance.
I don't think CJ McCollum's a problem. I just don't think that they have enough defense, and I don't think they have a big man. I think CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard can work perfectly together if they just get a proper defensive-minded big man. They don't even need a shooting big man. They have two great shooters right there. And Norman Powell, they don't need they just need a defensive-minded center, and I think that's the problem. And putting Embiid in there, even though you'll get rid of CJ, will still get them that defensive-minded center.
And I think if you did trade with Norman Powell to the 76ers, that would create a massive rivalry. That would recreate the rivalry between the Sixers and Raptors again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sure.
Yeah. And now let's get on to the biggest hot take of the day, guys. LeBron James is a top 5 player of all time.
No.
What is your opinion on that?
Nope, not even top 10. Maybe top 20.
Yeah. So I think that you're smoking on something. I think that LeBron is probably the second best player of all time. For me, it's always MJ, then LeBron, and then you have Kobe.
You know what? Give your top 10 players of all time. I want to hear this.
So MJ, LeBron, Kobe. I think I have number 4 as Magic. And then I think the number 5. I think I had I think I put Wilt.
All right.
I actually think it was tied between Wilt and Kareem.
Yeah. Okay. So see, I would have this as MJ as my number 1. I would have then Tim Duncan number 2. Yeah. Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental number 2. Kevin Durant 3. Magic Johnson 4. Isaiah Thomas 5. That's my top 5.
Please go over those last 2 again. I think my brain was too baffled.
I have Isaiah Thomas 5 and Magic Johnson 4. And then I have Shaq at 6, greatest center of all time. Then I'll probably put in John Stockton at 7.
Are you from Michigan? Is that why you're an Isaiah Thomas fan?
No, man. I just look back into the bad boy Piston days. Isaiah Thomas was just a menace on the court. No one, he couldn't be stopped. The only person that could stop him was my number 1 player of all time, Michael Jordan. LeBron James is maybe 23rd best player of all time.
Yeah, but he's won so many MVPs, so many championships.
He's won
so many Finals MVPs.
He's won so many.
Carried so many teams.
He's won so many MVPs in such a soft league. That's a foul nowadays.
Yeah.
I'll win MVP in the league. You see,
Dave, you would win MVP in the league.
Oh, 100%. I'll put everyone on skates.
And you're actually telling my friend Emad Popal. Shout out to him. I currently run a business on OnlyFans, actually. Teach people about how to bet on teams. So shout out to you, Emad. He always says stuff like that. I actually did a radio show with him. So I would say that LeBron is definitely a top 5 player of all time. I think we put some more respect in LeBron's name.
I respect him for sure. But there are so many other pure scorers and pure defenders I'll take over LeBron. If you're looking at strictly just accolades, then yes, obviously LeBron would be higher. But then if you're looking at strictly accolades, then Bill Russell is the number 1 best player of all time. And no one thinks that. Bill Russell is horrible. Bill Russell is not a basketball player. He was tall in the 50s and 60s and 70s era who can get 20 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
And in that era, Bill Russell couldn't even score. So no, he's not number 1. So you can't count out accolades.
So on that point, what's your opinion on Wilt Chamberlain?
Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 and 20 in an era where no one averaged over 15 points.
Yeah.
I do think Wilt Chamberlain, he was athletic as hell. Like there are videos of him like just grabbing the ball from above the backboard.
Yeah.
Like he was athletic as hell. But I can't really state my opinion on him because I've never seen him live. And he played in an era where Jerry West was the best player of that era, and he couldn't even shoot the ball.
Yeah,
he played in an era where no one averaged over 15 points a game.
Yeah,
so obviously Wilt, a tall 7'2" center, is going to put up 50 a game.
Yeah, because there wasn't even a 3-point line back then.
No, there wasn't.
No one really cared about shooting. It was all about scoring near the rim. That's all people cared about. I think that was back in the era when there was like a full-time dentist playing in the league, and there was people that had actual like full-time jobs playing in the league. I remember hearing a story about that.
I mean, like yeah, LeBron's a great player. He's don't get me wrong, but like it took him long to develop a 3-point shot for LeBron.
Yeah.
And people saying, oh, he led the Cavs to a championship and stuff like that. No, Kyrie did. Without that shot, they would have never won the championship. Without that shot was almost impossible to make. But who made it? Kyrie. Who didn't make it? LeBron. LeBron was actually not the only time LeBron was clutch in that game was the block on Iggy. Other than that, LeBron wasn't clutch. Oh, he made 2 free throws. Anyone can make 2 free throws unless you're Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but still, he did go to a champ. He did.
Kyrie led them to the championship.
He went to a championship right after coming to back to Cleveland.
Kyrie led them to the championship.
It was Kyrie and LeBron.
Averaging 23 and 7 that year. Without that 7 assists, LeBron wouldn't have averaged that 28 points he did that last day. Kyrie led them to the championship.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. It's hard for me to sleep on LeBron because LeBron's an all-time great, and seeing how much he's tortured me as a Raptor fan, I can't sleep on him.
LeBron too.
Yeah, you're a Raptor fan too, right? So you understand where I'm coming from on that.
All right, well,
and also on that point, where do you rank Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant is the same thing as Michael Jordan. And if I have Michael Jordan 1, I'm going to have Kobe Bryant in 10.
Kobe's 10?
Yeah, Kobe's 10 on my list. Kobe and Michael Jordan, put them beside each other, same player.
Yes, the same
Kobe
player.
even said he mocked his game off of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Kobe's number 10. I can't have Michael Jordan and then Kobe here. They're the same player. I got to pick one of them. Jordan's better. Kobe is a great scorer, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's move on to another take. I think we've been on that for a little too long. So Darren Fox will be the best point guard in the league next year.
Yes, I think he was top 5 last year. Best point guard in the league this coming season.
That's an interesting point. I've always liked the Sacramento Kings. I've liked their team. I've liked their backcourt of Darren and Buddy Hield. I've always thought the team was really good. I thought they should also move to a different city, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. At this point, we'll talk about Darren Fox. So Darren Fox, I think he's a good player. I think that there's definitely a lot of other good players like Stephen Curry.
32 years old. He's not even 33 years old.
I wouldn't say him because he's a shooter. Shooters don't age that fast. Look at J.J. Redick, for example. J.J. Redick, I think he's still in the league and he's like almost 40.
Yeah, I mean
shooters don't get old fast.
But Stephen Curry
a player
does
like
more.
Russell Westbrook could fall off soon.
Stephen Curry does more than shooting. J.J. Redick, all he does is just shooting.
Yeah, but Steph, he could just revert to being more of just a shooter, and he will end up being the best 3-point scorer of all time, and he will have all the 3-point records, all of them. Even records that don't exist now, he'll have them.
I think his brother will end up with a better 3-point percentage, but that's not even the topic here. De'Aaron Fox will be number 1. He will average, he will average 25, 11, and 4.
Okay, everyone, mark his word. 25, 11, and 4. So that is 11 rebounds?
No, 11 assists.
4
rebounds.
We normally say rebounds before assists.
I say assists.
Yeah.
But yeah, 24, 25, 11, and 4.
I don't think that's worthy of being the best point guard in the league. Because I would say a 30-point per game season would do it.
A 30-point per game season with averaging 5 assists? That's just selfish. Steph Curry is one of the most selfish players in the league. And then Damian,
he is selfish, but he's one of the best players in the league.
Then Steph Curry's not a team player. Damian Lillard as well. If nothing happens, no trades is gonna happen, he's gonna fall off. He's gonna get to his own head and fall off. Then we got Kyrie Irving. Bro thinks the world is flat. He's not a point guard. He's playing with Kevin Durant and James Harden.
I don't know how that team is able to share the ball because there's so many ball dominant players on that team.
James Harden went from scoring 36 to a game to 25 a game. James Harden is the best player in the league.
He is probably the best player in the league, but he's playing on a team full of ball hogs.
That is very true.
Yeah.
And then who else? Like then you want to throw in?
Is Blake Griffin still on the?
He is. Yeah. And they got rid of DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. It was almost going to be the Lob City days again.
Lob City days is now Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
And then also you have then you could throw in like Chris Paul, best point guard, or like Luka Doncic plays point guard sometimes, but I think it'll be Darren Fox. Luka Doncic, we've seen that he can carry his team in the preseason, he can carry his team in the season, but not in the postseason. And if they don't get rid of Kristaps or they don't add that second star, which they think Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to be now, then he won't. He just can't be that greatest point guard. I think that point guard is not just a pure scorer, but he's also a leader, and he's someone that can pass the ball. He's pass first type guy. That will make Darren Fox best point guard.
Yeah, and he'll be passing a lot of those. He'll pass the rock a lot to Buddy Hield.
Not even Buddy Hield, to Tyrese. I think Tyrese is going to go off.
Yeah. But I don't want to sleep on Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is a great player, I have to say. I've always liked Buddy Hield. Ever since he was first traded to the Kings, I always liked him. I thought he was a terrific player.
I'm not going to lie. I can't even stand Buddy Hield, and that's only for the fact that he looks like the donkey from Shrek.
Oh, you like those memes. So,
yeah, and I just can't stand Buddy Hield like that.
I've always had a love for Buddy Hield. It's just one of those players. It's just like how you love Isaiah Thomas. I think he's a top 5 player. I think that Buddy Hield is
I respect you. I respect that.
Is one of the top shooting guards in the league.
Let's go on to the questions.
So will the Raptors make the playoffs?
Yes.
I am going to agree with you. They will make the playoffs as an 8th seed, not as winning their division, not finishing top in their conference, because that's gonna be very hard. I think that they'll just squeak in there in the 8th spot probably.
Raptors will make the playoffs as the 4th seed. As the 4th seed.
Okay.
As the 4th seed. I'm telling you right now, Pascal is having a season. He is having a 25-11 season. He's going to be an all-star.
He might have a good season, but
he's going to be top 5 MVP voting this year.
About the Raptors, just going off topic, what do you think about Alex Antetokounmpo?
I think it was a decent signing for the Raptors. I mean, they signed him to a training camp. He's not even really on the team yet. They signed him to a training camp.
Do you think he'll stay on the roster or stay in the G League?
I think it will be a Chris Boucher type thing. So put him in the G League. Alex Antetokounmpo is gonna pop off in the G League, then come to the Raptors when he's 20, 23, and then just pop off as the Raptors' backup power forward.
Yeah.
That's how I think Alex is gonna go. But I mean, if we have Shvi Mikhailuk on our squad, then I see no reason why Alex Antetokounmpo can't be on our squad.
Yeah, and I've actually heard rumors that Alex is actually better than everyone else in his family. I've heard that he's the best in his family.
No, Kostas is the best Antetokounmpo brother.
Really?
Yeah. That's the way I think of it. They're just not. The only reason why Kostas isn't getting playing time is because he's behind Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Right? Kostas is the best Antetokounmpo. Put him one-on-one against Giannis, and he's saucing Giannis. Giannis is falling on the ground and crying.
Maybe. But I see Alex having the best potential. If the Raptors and Masai Ujiri can harness his potential, because I know Masai can. Masai is the best GM in the league, probably the best GM of all time. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. I think that he'll harness Alex's skills, and I think he'll be in our starting lineup in the next 2 to 3 years.
Who would you start over? I'm not putting over Scotty Barnes or Pascal or OG.
I don't know who'll be starting over, but I know that he will be proving it. Maybe even as a 6th man, he'll end up.
Norman Powell type vibe.
He'll have to start off like what Freddie had to do on the championship team,
I mean,
where he was the sixth man.
Freddie's amazing, and
Yeah.
I think that whole Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam all comes from Masai.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think Alex Antetokounmpo, especially in the Raptors development area,
Yeah.
I think that he will develop into, if not the greatest, Antetokounmpo brother.
Yeah.
Like I said, Giannis is overrated. So
Look what the Raptors did with Freddie. Look what they did with Pascal. Look what they did with OG. OG is actually our next point that we'll be getting on. The Raptors are amazing at developing players, but OG Anunoby will win Defensive Player of the Year next year.
correct. Easy money.
Yeah,
Easy
I
money.
am absolutely going to agree with that.
Easy
OG
money.
is a great defensive player. I think OG is the best defender.
I mean, like who really is Rudy Gobert? Who is he?
Yeah.
Right? Who's Bam Adebayo?
Yeah.
Like who's John Isaac? No one knows
Yeah.
those players. OG Anunoby, the
Yeah.
greatest Raptor on the team right now.
And I've literally said since he was drafted that he would be Kawhi Leonard 2.0. And what is he? Kawhi Leonard 2.0.
No, he's
Mini
OG
Kawhi.
Anunoby. He's himself. He's better than Kawhi Leonard at defense.
No,
Who
but-
is Kawhi Leonard? Who's Draymond Green? I don't know those players. I know OG Anunoby. I know he's winning the Defensive Player of the Year next year. I don't know. Don't mention any other defense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's Drew Holiday? I don't even know who that is. I know OG Anunoby. He's Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. And that's why he will be Defensive Player of the Year. He's not going to be MVP because OG's never been like a top scorer in the league. But I definitely think that he's a top defensive player in the league, and I think this will be the point that we're going to end off on. And we will get to our NBA predictions in the next episode. We're going to end it off here with that point of OG Anunoby being the defensive player of the year. So bye guys, see ya.
See ya.